U.S. President Joe Biden has visited the city of Pittsburgh to speak on the new infrastructure bill passed last year. Hours before his visit, at least 10 people were injured as a bridge collapsed in the city. 6 vehicles and a bus were stranded in the twisted remains. The bridge had been listed as in poor condition for the past decade. White House correspondent Nathan King reports.
As US President Biden enters his second year in office, he pledged to get out among the American people, and he is in Pittsburgh to do just that. Of course, Pennsylvania, of which that city is part of the state, is a key battleground when it comes to the midterm elections coming up in November, and of course his chances for re-election in 2024. Remember, one of his few, if you want to be unkind, successes has been passing a bipartisan infrastructure bill, about $1.2 billion. Apparently 40% of American bridges are in need of desperate repair. Well, perhaps the perfect backdrop for the president as he arrived, a bridge that carries about 15,000 vehicles a day in and out of Pittsburgh collapsed. We don't know the reasons why. Thankfully, no one was killed, but 10 people injured, and he used it as a backdrop to essentially say, look, this is the city of bridges, this is the country of bridges, and we're going to fix it.
But I didn't realize there are literally more bridges in Pittsburgh than any other city in the world. Did you know? More than in Venice. I mean, I knew there were a lot of bridges. I had no idea that. And they're gonna fix them all.
Also, he's visiting a highly prestigious university in the city, Carnegie Mellon. I've been there several times, and I've seen amazing work there, not least from Chinese students, graduate students mainly, working on the cutting edge of the future when it comes to robotics, etc. And there's been a lot of pressure on the Biden administration to change the investigation, some kind of a witch hunt, into Chinese scholars and professors in this country when it comes to allegations of spying. There's been visa curtailment. We do expect some sort of announcement from the Biden administration in the coming days in perhaps reversing some of the Trump-era policies. That would be good news for relations between Beijing and Washington. But let's face it, he has had a tremendously difficult time getting his agenda through here in the US. He's trying to push his Build Back Better plan, which is a whole host of green initiatives. Pittsburgh is a big part of that, by the way, and also the social safety net, but basically opposition from Republicans and a couple of people wavering in his own party meant he hasn't been able to deliver. And his poll numbers have been suffering in the low 40s or even below 40 in the polls, even as bad as Donald Trump at some stages. He is obviously well aware that there are midterm elections that can decide the control of the House of Representatives and, of course, the Senate. He's been buoyed by good economic GDP numbers and the chance to nominate someone to the Supreme Court, a woman who is going to be black, he says. That announcement coming before the end of February. This has been not a bad week for the Biden administration. He's out amongst the people, but standing on that bridge, showing that there is so much to be done to fix America, not just when it comes to its infrastructure, but also its divided politics. Nathan King, CGTN, at the White House.